Hi Aries, here is a general look at your solar chart for June 2016, and here is Diana once again reporting to you from the cozy little camper van. I'm in an area which is a major orange producing area of Spain, and there's a heady scent of orange blossom in the air. That's kind of mixed in with the smells of the Mediterranean pines, and of course the sea, which is just on this side of the camper van, just across a little road there, a very quiet little road. So quite a spot, and I think really, you know, I wouldn't mind just pitching camp here forever. I mean, got some electricity, got some water, and a roof, somewhere to sleep. What else do we need? Anyway, yes, and then I've got all of the little gimmicky things in here so that I can do the videos, and we do have Wi-Fi, so this is kind of a real treat. Right, so there's a lot of kind of dreamy, idealistic energy wafting around at the moment. If you're listening to this in May as well, then because we've had Jupiter and Neptune kind of riding in the sky by degree quite close to each other, so that it can work out in various ways according to how Neptune and Jupiter were emphasized or not emphasized and positioned in your natal chart. I mean, that's where you really get the kind of real inside information. But in a general sense, Jupiter and Neptune globally means that there could be over-idealization going on. Somebody could be pulling the wool over our eyes. We don't know who to follow. We don't know who to believe. We could be failing to see someone or some idea you know, as they really are, warts and all. We could be evading things, we could be trying to escape from things, we could be expanding too far too fast. So once I've given you the bad news, actually the good news is that it's an amazing energy which is kind of perfumed and elusive and sort of taking you through the senses, or maybe beyond the senses, maybe beyond the mind, into another space, into another. So it's very spiritual energy. It's kind of mystical energy. It's got that feel to it. So it's got a feel-good factor as well. And perhaps it doesn't work that great in the material world though. Now, just this month, we do now have Saturn coming on to Neptune, so this kind of shifts the balance of this a bit, and that means there's a lot of dreams and idealizations wafting around the planet, and in some places we'll be feeling that more than others because of complicated other reasons which I just couldn't get my head around. But at this time we've got to strive to be as realistic as we possibly can without being pessimistic, and without allowing others to put the push our fear button, you know, because we are creatures of flight in a way, you know, and we can pick up on fear very quickly, and that would be undermining and also lowering the vibration, because as some of you might know, the faster you're vibrating, the more you're going to pick up on the good stuff and draw towards you the good stuff. So going into negativity and pessimism, or allowing somebody to latch onto us and drain us, or to get our attention, or to persuade us, or to even kind of, you know, defraud us, of course we're not realizing it at the time, or in other ways, you know, just paint things to be other than they actually really are, is kind of a little bit, there's a danger during this period here. All right, so this will be a period of getting things out of proportion. There's a danger of it, shooting ourselves in the foot because of that, lowering the vibration, the fear factor. This is a time to balance the ultimate ideals as you really feel them with how they can be ploddingly achieved on the timeline. So because we do have Mars going retrograde at the moment, and this is a real key factor, it is not the time to make major assaults or you know, sort of leap on into major new enterprises or major new ways of thinking. You can have the new ways of thinking and the new enterprises, but this is a time for steady driving forwards, you know, not altering the gear very much, just getting to it, towards the goals or towards the ideals. So it doesn't mean throwing the baby out with the bathwater. It doesn't mean throwing away what has already been sloggingly achieved over quite a long time. This is not a time to be doing that, because some would have it that we need to be making the major changes now, and it's now or never, you know, it's do or die. Looking at the astrology, I would say no, it is not at all, and don't be led up the garden path with those, you know, who would have it another way, because maybe the success, maybe the win point is by, as I say, being consistent and steadily driving towards how we would like it to be. And if it means that you have to keep your head sort of below the parapet for a bit, or it means, you know, not sticking your neck out, it means being a bit more oblique or indirect in the way you get to where you want to go, then that's what I'm interpreting, it's what I'm deducing at the moment. Some Saturn-Neptune suggestions is to work consistently towards what is best for the common good, and that is over a lengthy timeline. This Saturn-Neptune transit is actually going to be going on till October. But as you are a member of the common good, or the common people, and I am, and we all are, then do it for yourself. Do art, or dream for a living, work with the law of attraction, listen to music, meditate, make music, connect with the divas, connect with the angels, to connect in the architecture, spinning in infinity. Sorry about that, I nicked that from a song, Paul Simon, and it's a fab time, you know, to work with those kind of energies. It's an amazing time for doing that, but this steadiness is a key word. This consistency. It's not like huge revelation and right, you know, now we're on the way, sort of, come on guys and gals. It's not like that. It's not like, in other words, do whatever uplifts you. Feel good factor refines your nature, can help refine others if that's the way it is for you, and soothes your heart. So yeah, this transit was hanging in the air for a lot of last year, and I did a thing about that in December. It's also should still be written up on my website. So you know, there's more about this month. Actually, I'll put the whole lot on my website this month as well. So if you want to read what else, other thoughts about Saturn being the planet of the status quo, and Neptune structures, Saturn being structures, Neptune being totally boundaryness, sort of dematerialization, and you put the two of them together and you can get a really interesting mix. So you get this kind of jumble of ideologies, sometimes crazy fanaticism as well, escapism, but also then you get doing what's realistic, doing what's best for the common good in a steady, consistent kind of a way, and looking at the best ways within the parameters of what's going on to actually deal with really quite difficult, confusing, ambiguous type situations, like you know, with sickness, like the Ebola outbreak, the refugees coming in their hordes coming across. I mean, it's just an appalling situation for them, and these are, you know, many professional people, educated people who just pick up their children and pick up their sort of the scantiest of possessions and just trek off, you know, across thousands of miles and risk their lives because it is so appallingly just traumatically awful for them, where they are in their dear country that they love. They have to leave, and they know in their hearts that one day they will go back, but they have to leave now. Anyway, I'm going off on another tangent. I'll get off my soapbox here. So what else is happening? Well, over the first week, yeah, Confidence may be down, vitality could be down then. Not the greatest time for working with, you know, so shall we say, dealing with like bureaucracy or authority figures, that kind of thing, because you just might, you know, be on a little bit of a dip there. That's when we get some Saturn around. You might be feeling alone there. Others might not be giving you the feedback you want, or just not playing ball in the way that you'd like. It could be any of those things, or it could be something completely else, really. You just got to just put one foot in front of the other, I would say, for the first week of June. And also another thing that popped out at me was the last couple of days, even the last day of June, on going on into the first couple of days of July. There things could get really involved and intense, to do with matters of the heart, or money, or property. Yeah, it could be like that. But anyway, for the rest of the what's going on here, the Sun's in a very sociable and busy area as the month kicks off. So is Mercury. Actually, Mercury isn't, not until the 13th. Mercury's revolving around material matters, basic resources, getting your ducks in a row, getting organized, achieving this or that or the other physically, so maybe with the body, but maybe the space around, or to do with the income. Plans may focus upon how to acquire, how to maintain, or how to ditch, how to declutter, how to improve, whatever it is, whether it's money, whether it's just stuff. It's about material stuff. And then Mercury goes into this very outgoing, chatty. So actually it's kind of really sociable energy going on there. Venus is also in a very sociable area of your solar chart. She can help you to be articulate in your expression. You can tend to get people on your side. That's up until the 18th. And you could be getting into situations which are quite entertaining, where it's kind of fun orientated, or just friendly and warm, and you're enjoying, you know, the company, whatever that's about, or others or feeling support from you, you're feeling support from somebody else. So if you need support, then up until the 18th is time for reaching out for it, and also buying, selling, promoting, that kind of thing, media type stuff, that could be going pretty smoothly, and you can be feeling very sort of fluent and articulate. And then Venus moves into the root of your chart from the 18th to the rest of the month, bringing that lovely sociable energy into the foundations of your life, where you physically live, your own backyard, or the neighborhood, or community, or maybe your tribe, your family, your extended family. You know, just again, old feuds can be laid to rest. If there have been skeletons in the closet, then this could be a time to kind of, you know, pour oil on troubled waters. Good for property transactions or searches, this one here. Mars, your ruling planet, is retrograde all month, so you know, this could mean some rethinking. This could mean being a little bit sneakier and cunning or canny about getting what you want. Those of you born either in the 3rd week or from 22 degrees rising, going to feel that energy the most this month. If possible, wait until the retrograde is over if you've got to launch a major attack on something or somewhere or someone, you know, like a really big kind of push forwards. I would wait until the retrograde is over, which it will be from the 29th. And Mars is in a sector of your solar chart which is clearing the deck for new beginnings, so that may mean a declutter of some kind. It's sort of a reset. So rather than like a sort of a huge skip for the stuff, you know, just make little runs down to, because there might be some things that go that actually you needed later. It's all to do with this, the sharpness of Mars being a bit blunted, you see. So and also, if it's not like that, if it's not about physical stuff or money or property which you don't have total control over, then it might be in your personal life, and it could be sizzly interchanges with another, very much so. This is a very passionate position for Mars here. But debts due or owed, moral or otherwise, need a more decisive approach. But as I said before, rather than, you know, putting loads of money into the pocket of an accountant or a lawyer or, you know, a counsellor maybe, although counsellor, you know, steady ongoing counselling situation, that would be good. Also, you reading between the lines, not taking absolutely literally something which you're getting a gut feeling about, or somebody's telling you, because they are intuitive. But you should be listening to your own intuition now, because this is working in a super way at the moment. Sensing your way, intuiting your way forwards. That would be the way to go with this one. And sticking up for yourself, being true to your own values, major. If you're looking for a win-win solution, but listening with your inner ear and seeing with your inner eye, that is the way to go. And just being a bit secretive, just keeping your cards close to your chest in certain situations, listening to your instincts. And so, yeah, the energies from in the third week mostly being felt by you guys, or with 22 degrees rising onwards to the end of the sign. Jupiter is in your area of health until September. No shortage of opportunities to learn and grow through employment matters, colleagues, co-workers, you know, employers, but also with health matters, alternative, complementary. There's so much information out there on the internet now to help. Arians born the 2nd to the 7th of April with 13 to 18 degrees, going to feel that the most this month. Saturn is in Sagittarius now. Very good supportive aspect to your sign, Aries, getting educated, gaining insights about beliefs or fields of interest, and seeing something warts and all, you know, kind of what I was saying earlier about those ideologies, bringing things down, not distorting things, but bringing them down to their actual size and seeing them. So this is a very long transit until end of 2017. Be steady and patient. You may gain a reputation for communicating your knowledge or expertise through to others or through some medium of expression, but also appreciate and even wish to emulate certain others who can teach you a lot. So this is a major learning curve for you Arians, and this is a time of mega change for you guys born the 10th to the 14th of April, or with 21 to 25 degrees rising. You're feeling it the most, but either side of those as well. And for you, the Saturn is affecting those of you born 30th of March to the 3rd of April, or with 10 to 14 degrees rising the most at the moment. And Uranus, as I've just mentioned, is you know, for those of you born in the 2nd week, and Pluto is for those of you born mostly in the 1st week, but the whole sign is going to feel both of them. And I spoke at length about Uranus in your sign last month at the beginning of the video about May, but also you can see that written up on my website. You should be able to see it written up on my website still. And Pluto, of course, I spoke about that at length last month. You Arians born the 4th to the 7th of April, or with 15 to 18 degrees rising, going to feel that the most. And that's it for June. If you know your rising sign or your moon sign, listen to those, and also check this out on my website, DianaGarland.com, and I'll see you the next time.